Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Being a Programmer. I am Rajashri and today we have to see the template of defect report. So in previous video we can see how to what is a defect life cycle, and today we can see how to write a actual defect report. Writing should be seen in today's video. So let's start with today's video, but before starting I want to share with you, if you want to know about what is actually defect, what is meant by defect, and how that defect should be continued or fixed in your system, so you can check the previous video, which is defect life cycle. Link is provided in the description box as well as on the I button, so do check it out. And let's start with the today's video. First of all, you can see here is the template, and the first thing which is in our template, which is category. So which type of your defect, so that category you should have to mention here. It is defect, or it is a bug, it is failure, what actually that defect should be. So that category is here. Then last change, if this defect is repeatedly occur in your system, um, we can see the defect life cycle, and in that case I will discuss with you how to fix the defect, so you can check that video. And if you already allocate this defect to a developer for the fixing of that defect, or modifications in your application to fix that defect, and then you can test this defect, and again it will be generate inappropriate result, or your expected result and actual result does not match at that time, you can mention here a last change, previous change of this defect, and this is the current change. So you have to mention if that defect is already changed, already try to fix it, then that last change date is here. But if it is near, it is a new defect, it is try to fix first time, then here you cannot mention anything. So these are the two things. Then the next thing, which is title, so you have to mention here a title. Title means in which application your defect should be arise, that application name is here. And then status, which is you should have to mention here your defect is new, or it is a past defect, or any of the type of defect you should have to mention here is status. If it is new defect, then you can mention new, or if it is past defect which is already try to fix, and then you can retest that defect, then you can set here a past defect. So this is the status. Then browser, on which browser you should test this defect, you should have to mention here a browser, or on which browser your application should be run, that browser name is here. Then severity, in severity you have to mention first of all what is severity. So severity maybe describe the impact of your defect on the application. That means in our application, if defect is arise, then what is the impact of that defect, you have to explain that impact. And there are some levels of severity, which is critical, maybe high, maybe medium or low, depending on the impact of defect. So here you have to mention the impact of defect on the application, which is critical, high, medium or low. Four severity levels are there, and as per your degree of impact of that defect on the development or on the operation of the system, or on that particular application, you have to choose your right severity here. Also you can denoted severity as a S1, S2, S3 and S4. So S1 for critical, S2 for major, S3 for minor, and S4 for trivial, or which is low. So these are the four severity levels. Then the next field, which is found in version. So in which version of your application this defect is, that version number is here. Then priority, in the priority section we said that the priority is defined on the basis of how the project decide a schedule to take the defect for fixing. So defect or bug priority indicate the importance or urgency of fixing that particular defect. So it is urgent to fix that defect, or it is negligible, it will be it should be, you can low importance for the fixing of that defect. It can be defined the priority of the to fix out it, and priority should be categorized in three levels, which is high, medium, and low. So high priority, which is most to fix at that moment, which is high. Medium, it should be fixed in after the release or in the next release, it will be medium. And low may or may not be fixed at all. So these are the three levels or three categorization of your priority: high, medium, and level. And those are also denoted by P1, P2, and P3. P1 for high, P2 for medium, and P3 for low. So you should mention here a priority levels. Then found in build, in which build this defect is found, you should have to mention that here. Then module, in which module, um, in that application, which module you have to test, and in that module this defect should be arise, that module name is here. Then fixed in version, which version you should fix this defect, that version name on. Fix in build, in which build this defect is filled, in first build, second build, third build. That means how many trials are required to fix this defect, you should have to mention here. And then originator. So in originators, you have to mention the tester name, who can test that application or that module, and under testing that defect should be detect, that tester name is here, that means originator. Then assign to in assign to section, to which developer this defect should be assigned, that developer name is here. Then here is a duplicate id. So if this defect is a duplicate defect, so what is the duplicate defect, we already seen in previous video, do check it out that video. If this defect is duplicate, that means actually this similar defect is arise in this module or in this application, then that duplicate id, that means that previous similar defect id is here, duplicate id. And then here steps to reproduce. In steps to reproduce, you have to mention which steps are regenerated, reproduced by the developer to fix out this defect. That step are here. In the actual result section, you can see in actual result which result you have to necessary, or which result should be generated by system, which is our actual result. You have to mention here system actually generated some result, and then we can say this is the defect or this is the inappropriate result. So you have to mention the result which is generated by system at that moment, this is the actual result. And in this section expected result, you have to mention what are the expectation of our client from our system, that is the expected result, you have to mention here. And in the last section, you can see here a comment, and in comment section you add some comments appropriate to this defect or appropriate regarding this defect. You should have to mention that comment here. And this is all our template of any defect report. This is the general template. As per your requirement, there are some modifications also. I hope this video is little bit helpful for you. If yes, then press the like button, and if you are new on our channel, then do subscribe. Also hit the bell icon for such new videos. And for watching this video, and let me in the comment section if there are any suggestions, any improvement, let me in the comment section. I'll always welcome your comments. And